If you are new to trading or you're in the process of learning or you're just going through the failure stages of trading, whatever the case may be, this risk-reward ratio perspective and mindset may help you, and it may actually get you to become a little bit more profitable, maybe a little bit more consistent, or maybe just on the right path and nudge you back on the right path of getting to where you want to be when it comes to trading. Whatever the case may be, this video is for you because this is the only, I'm telling you, this is the only, hold on. Let me zoom in here. This is the only this is the only risk-reward ratio you ever need. So without further ado, let's get into the video, let's get to the chart and break it down right now. Okay, so we got a very clean chart here, and I want to get this so clear. Okay, so when it comes to trading, you hear so many people talk about how trading is just so risky, it's hard, it's gambling, it's XYZ. All right. When it comes to building a business, it doesn't matter what you want to do in life. You are taking on some type of inherent risk. When you're taking on some type of entrepreneurial endeavor, you're taking on some type of risk. It's risky in some way, shape, or form. But anytime you take on anything, isn't it like the risk also a part of the reward? Like the more riskier or the more chances you have to go at something, usually the more reward is on the other side of that. And that's what we're getting into with this risk-reward ratio. So if you are a new trader, if you're somebody that's just struggling, you're either constantly at break even or you're going through that learning process. I'm trying to talk to, I guess, my past self, because I would even want to hear this when I was first ever just constantly taking losses. Like, bro, what am I doing? Is this even worth it? Is trading even for me? I want you all to put something into perspective. A lot of people, when they first learn to trade and first get into trading, they want to make money super quick, right? They want to get a return on their time for putting into learning this and all that. And I tell people this all the time. You don't need to focus on making money right away. The whole goal is, yes, to make money, but the first thing you need to do is just build a foundation. Build a foundation, understand your psychology, understand your mindset, develop everything that you need to develop to then make money. Okay, because if you go into a vehicle, and I use this analogy all the time, even in my Discord, if you want to join my Discord, links in the description, but even with my Discord people, I tell them, I say, if you go and want to learn how to drive, if you're turning 16 here in America, when you're 16 you can get a car, when you're about to learn how to drive, do you first get taught exactly how to weave in and out of traffic on the highway going 80 miles an hour? No. You learn the basic foundation of how to operate a vehicle. Then you go to take your test. And then in the test, maybe you pass and maybe you fail, but if you fail, you learn, so that way you go back and pass the test. You don't learn how to drive a vehicle as you're about to go take the test. That would be crazy, right? So build a foundation. So this is the perspective that I want you to just put into your brain, especially for those, I'm telling you, that is struggling with trading and thinking if it's worth it. Okay, so this is the rest of your life. Up here is the rest of your entire existence on this earth, however long you're meant to be here. This is the start, okay? This is the start of your trading journey, and then this is 1 to 2 years. Let's just be very, 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 very just conservative. Say it takes you 2 years. Say it takes you even 3 years to master and you're never going to be a master. There's always going to be something to learn. But to get to the point where you can actually make a net $1 from your trading journey, like after all the blown up money, after all the time and effort, after everything, you've actually started making money trading. Let's say it takes you 1 to 2 years to master this craft, and that's what I mean by master. You go through all of this pain. You go through all of this pain of failing, not making money, blowing accounts, developing a plan, listening to all these videos, watching all this content, taking all these things, and it takes you 1 to 2 to maybe even 3 years to trade. Because trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not something you're going to get rich and master tomorrow or anything like that. Let's say it does take you that long. People, when it comes to trading, they literally, like, people in the normal world that criticize trading and all this stuff and all these other entrepreneurial endeavors, they'll look down at this, but then they'll happily go to the college of their choice, of their dreams, to go into six-figure debt for 4 years to get a useless piece of paper to make $50,000 a year. True? I mean, yeah, some are more than less, but the average median salary is around $50,000. So let's just say it takes four years for an average degree to get $50,000. That's absolutely crazy to me to think that to pursue your dreams, to be an entrepreneur, to be a trader, to whatever you want to do, versus going with the societal norms. Now, that's not to say if what you want to do in life and what you love to do requires a 4-year degree. Absolutely. I'm talking about the people that feel like they're pressured into getting a 4-year degree because that's all that their parents talk about. They want to conform to society. They want to do whatever. This is to those people. So it could take you less time to earn a career and to build a business that compounds exponentially with very little overhead versus getting into a 4-year degree and then you start off at a base salary because you have no work experience. It's very hard to get a job. Maybe your college helps you get a job, but you're still starting in at a base salary versus when you get it, when it clicks in trading, the sky is your limit. Okay, so this is that risk. Okay, you're risking 1 to 2, let's say even 3 years. And then for the rest of your life, you're building consistency, you're building on your psychology, you understand your solid why. Okay, I tell people this all the time. You have to develop a solid why when it comes to trading. You got a framework, you got your discipline, you got your patience, you got everything clicking. It's like a well-oiled machine. Do you not understand and do you not see how amazing trading can truly be to really change your life and to put you into a position where you can do whatever the heck you want to do in your life because you risked 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, let's say even 5 years. 5 years it takes you to risk to finally make that first dollar in trading. What is 5 years for the rest of your life? For the rest of your human existence? And I tell people this all the time and I speak with so much passion because I was always felt pressured into getting a degree, and I have 2 degrees, and I don't even use them anymore. I was so pressured into staying in the military, retire and staying when you're doing 20 years in the military, and that way you can then go and do whatever you want with your life when you're 40, 50 years old, broken from the military, when you're doing that. Like, does that sound appealing to you? Absolutely not. The risk-reward ratio for that would be like on its other side here, right? Like, that's crazy. So I always tell people, trading can be one of the most lucrative solo businesses of this world. And what I mean by that is if you are a trader, if you're somebody that really wants to become a trader, not a gambler, not somebody throwing $1 million or millions of lots everywhere trying to YOLO. No, I'm talking about an actual trader, somebody that wants to make this into a business. This is the most scalable single solo business of your entire existence. And I'll tell you why. If you want to go and start other businesses, you have overhead, you got expenses. As you scale, you got employees, you got people working for you, you got to deal with all this stuff. When it comes to trading, especially prop firm trading, as you scale, you can de-risk yourself and make more money, right? And let's even show that. Let's show that. Let's say this is your normal business and then this is trading, okay? As you scale in your business, what do you have? You got employees, you have to give your employees like health benefits and retirement benefits and all these different things. You got to cover all that stuff. You have more people that you got to pay, so now you got to make more money. You got all these different expenses that start adding up, and then you still have to keep up with your capital to make more money to actually make that business viable, right? You have 2 different lines here. You got your expenses and you have your money that you need to make, always surpassing those expenses as they get and build up. Okay, so now let's go to the trading side. So the trading side, let's say you watch this video right here where I show you can literally get into prop firm trading with $99. And again, this is when you start to develop that consistency and find consistency. This isn't for when you literally just hear of trading yesterday and you want to go and blow an account or do anything like that. This is not that. Again, not a get rich quick scheme or anything like that. So let's say you start here. Here's your base start right here. Let's say you start with a $10,000 funded account. You pass the challenge. You get a payout. You get some payouts. Let's say you make 8% on your money. You make 8% on your money. This is $800. Okay. You make $800 on that 10K account, and okay, this is like a really bad K, but let's just use that, right? You make $800 on 10K. You made 8%. Congratulations. After all these fees, let's just say it's $800. You then start to scale these funded accounts because now you found your consistency. You get all the way up to $500,000. Let's say you get now $500,000. As you scale this business, okay, so let's say this is 500, you still make the same 8%. Okay, you now have the opportunity. You take $500,000, you do 8%, that's $40,000. But let's say you want to de-risk. Let's say as you scale your prop firms, you want to keep those accounts because you know statistically it's harder to keep those accounts because you know people, as they get payouts, they get more risky, they get blah, blah, blah. But let's say you want to be very smart. As you scale and get more capital, you want to de-risk yourself. You don't want to increase your expenses. You don't want to increase your risk. Let's say you only want to make 4%. Let's say you're happy with 4% on $500,000. Well, okay, 4%, so you take $500,000, you do 4% of that, that's $20,000. So you make the same return, actually half. You make half the return you made with this 10,000 and you just made 20K at 4% because you made 8% here that made you 800. You de-risked yourself. Maybe you traded half the normal lot size you did here. Maybe you used better risk management, or you halved your risk. Somehow you just halved the risk that you did with this $500,000 account. You're making even more. What business do you know of that gives you the opportunity to, as you get more capital, as you control more money, and as you gain more money, you can actually de-risk yourself? Your expenses, your risk, however you want to draw this line compared to up here, it goes lower, but your income gets higher. And as your risk lowers, your income even gets like, it's absolutely insane in 2023 how amazing it is for traders to do this type of stuff. And all you have to do is put it into perspective. That's all you have to do. You have to look at the grand scheme of things. We as traders always use this risk-reward ratio tool, but we never really put it into perspective about our lives. We always think that we have to think every single day. We have to think to the next day we have to make more money tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. Instead of thinking about this in a month's time, in a quarters of time, in a year's time. A lot of major businesses, do you think they care about what they make in a single day? Absolutely not. You have quarterly earnings reports, right? That most publicly traded companies do. Do you think they care about a single day? Absolutely not. So I just want to make this video to really help you all, especially the people that are just grinding it out, that are really getting and just having a lot of trouble with all this stuff. I promise you, if you stick with it, if you stick with whatever plan you develop yourself, you keep going and keep pushing, you can get to this level. You can get to the level where you look back and say, I'm really glad I risked 1 to 2 to 3 years of my life, or even longer, however long it takes you, because everybody learns quicker and slower than others. Like, however long it takes you, I'm glad that I did this to then reap all the benefits here for the rest of my life. I get to go on vacation whenever I want. I get to do whatever I want with my family. I get to build a business that I'm passionate about. I get to invest in real estate. I get to diversify myself into all these different things. That is the reason why I made this video and why I'm so passionate about what I do and about how passionate I am when I discovered trading. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can literally do this and I can create content around it. Like, that's absolutely amazing. So hope you'll have an amazing day. I hope you enjoyed and got value from this. And if you did, drop it a like, drop me a comment on any other type of trading content you would like to do. Join my Discord. The link is in the description below. We do live trading sessions Wednesday through Friday over there. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay grinding on your goals and never let anyone tell you that you can't do something they have never done themselves. And I will see you later.